I'm not even a Western guy. I don't really care about that genre that much, but I do like Idris Elba. All right. If you don't like him, I think you're lying. Yo, okay. We need to talk about The Harder They Fall new Netflix movie. It is a Western, and all the cowboys and cowgirls are black. It's awesome. You know why it's awesome? Because films like this, it doesn't matter what ethnicity the characters are, and so it's nice to see that there's a little diversity, especially in a genre where usually everybody's white. Just, it's nice to see a little bit of different representation on the screen. Representation aside, this movie is fantastic. It is so much fun. I want to start with one of my small complaints. Just get it out of the way, right? We're going to get the negativity out of the way. I think that the characters in this film are a little bit more interesting than the plot itself. The plot's pretty generic. I mean, to a point, but it's they're not reinventing the wheel. This is a classic Western film. It's incredibly well shot. There are some really cool cinematography moments in this movie. All of the actors, okay? Two of the standouts and the two leads, Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba. Fantastic, but the whole cast seems like they're having a lot of fun, which comes through in the film. It just seems like everybody's having an absolute blast making this movie, and I'm glad because I had an absolute blast watching it. So, if you can get past the fact that the plot here is not exactly the most creative, at least at the beginning, then there's a really fun film here for you. One of my favorite parts of this movie by far is the music. There is hip-hop music in a Western. Cowboys and hip-hop. Hip-hop and cowboys. It's amazing. I never knew that I wanted those. What a match. What a match made in heaven. Maybe that's what the Western genre has been missing this whole time. There's a little bit of hip-hop. Because the soundtrack in this film, fantastic. Also, the action sequences. We need to talk about the action in this film, how it's done. Not to take anything away from the other 2 hours of this movie, but the last 30 minutes of this film are incredible. They're so good. It is so much action. The gunplay in this film, the way all of it is shot, the way the action in this film is shot in general, but especially the way that it is shot, the end of this film, the last quarter of this movie, which is just, essentially flawless. Oh, it's so good. This is so good. You have to watch The Harder They Fall. I'm not even a Western guy. I don't really care about that genre that much, but I do like Idris Elba. All right. If you don't like him, I think you're lying. And I like Jonathan Majors. He was annoying as hell in Loki, but I know he was really good in Lovecraft Country, and the potential is there. I'm excited to see more from him. And in this movie, he's amazing. He is so good. It almost makes me sad that in Marvel, he's going to play a villain. I'm sure he's going to do well in that role, but man, he seems like a natural baby face. He's just so easy to root for. I don't really have any legitimate complaints, and I gotta be honest, it's just a fun film. That's the kind of movie nowadays that I feel like we were starting to lose, with just movies that were just fun, like really well done, but also just a blast to watch, and clearly the people involved in making it were having a blast, and that's what this film is. The gunplay, the stunt work, the cinematography, the acting performances, so good. Also, maybe I'm a little biased, but I will say, I think if you like the Red Dead Redemption video games, it's so hard to not like this movie. It's just like the games. I'm sure if you've seen other Westerns, you're probably gonna like this film as well. But man, as someone who doesn't watch Westerns but played the absolute shit out of the Red Dead Redemption games, this movie kicks ass. I think that's the best way to describe it. It kicks ass. It's so well done. It's light when it needs to be. It's serious when it needs to be. Lakeith Stanfield, who I love, is also phenomenal in this film. Just phenomenal performances all around. Also, I didn't really see this coming because I know I mentioned that this plot is nothing to write home about, but The ending of this film, really smart, really smart. It's good. It's good. It's good. 100% give this movie a chance. It just came out on Netflix. Check it out as soon as you can. It is paced so well, never a dull moment. And wow, when you get to the ending, when you get to that last 30 minutes, strap in.